Brian Cashman reveals Gleyber Torres was unwilling to move to third base after Jazz Chisholm Jr. trade. In a recent interview on the Yes Network's Yankees Hot Stove, Yankees general manager Brian Cashman shed light on the team's decision-making surrounding Gleyber Torres and Jazz Chisholm Jr. The discussion centered on Cashman's original vision for the team's infield and Torres' reluctance to shift positions when Chisholm was acquired in a trade last summer. Cashman's plan and Torres' reluctance. Cashman revealed that when the Yankees traded for Chisholm from the Miami Marlins, the plan was for Chisholm to play second base, with Torres transitioning to third base. Cashman explained, "I acquired Jazz to be our second baseman and moved Gleyber to third the rest of last year." However, Yankees manager Aaron Boone had a different approach, opting to move Chisholm to third and keeping Torres at second, as Gleyber didn't want to move to third and was unwilling. Torres' resistance to the move was well documented. When the idea of him switching positions was first raised, Torres made his stance clear. On July 28, 2024, he told the media, "I'm a second baseman. I play second." He later responded on social media, expressing his frustration with Cashman's comments by tweeting, "Still, sleeping tears of joy just turned spiral notepad," followed by an emoji of a notebook turning. Torres' history with position changes. Torres does have experience at multiple positions. He initially split time between second base and shortstop before becoming the everyday shortstop in 2021. However, his defensive performance at shortstop led to a return to second base in 2022, where he found more success. Over the last 2 seasons, Torres had a productive bat and an effective role as a key contributor for the Yankees, especially in the postseason. Despite Torres' performance, the Yankees ultimately let him walk in free agency, and he signed with the Detroit Tigers, leaving a hole at second base. This now forces the Yankees to decide whether Chisholm, who impressed in 45 games at third base last year, will stay at the hot corner or return to second base for 2025. Chisholm's development at third base. Despite Chisholm's initial unfamiliarity with the position, Cashman seemed pleased with the development Chisholm showed at third base. He called it a baptism for the infielder, but praised his performance, adding, "Jazz wound up getting baptized at a position he never had played. Played it well enough, and now gives us a little more flexibility entering the 25-year." Chisholm's ability to play third base has now given the team more options as they approach the new season. The Yankees' infield options for 2025. As the Yankees prepare for spring training, Cashman identified several potential candidates to fill the infield void at second and third base. Players like Oswald Peraza, Oswaldo Cabrera, DJ LeMahieu, and Jorbit Vivas are all competing for a spot. Cashman emphasized that he hopes to avoid a platoon situation but remained open to it if that was what the team believed was necessary. Looking outside for solutions. While Cashman has faith in his current options, he acknowledged that the team could still look to add external pieces if necessary. "I don't know how the third base situation is going to play out," Cashman said. "I do think we can have one of these candidates emerge or multiple guys emerge into a platoon situation at worst, or a solo shot at best, and if not, there's also the marketplace to play around with as we move forward." The Yankees will report to spring training on February 11th. Where the competition for third base and second base will officially begin. How the team addresses this positional gap will be a key storyline throughout the spring and could shape their plans heading into the regular season. Hey, baseball fans, get ready for some drama. Because Gleyber Torres is making waves after comments from Yankees GM Brian Cashman hit the airwaves this week. If you've been following along, you know that Torres and the Yankees have had their share of infield shuffling over the last year. And it seems like the latest twist in this saga has just hit a new level. Let's get into what went down and what it all means moving forward. The backstory. A change of position drama. Alright, here's the deal. The Yankees made a big move last summer, acquiring Jazz Chisholm Jr. from the Marlins with the expectation that he'd play second base and Gleyber Torres would slide over to third. Pretty standard baseball move, right? A team makes a move for a player and reconfigures the infield to fit the new guy. Except there was one small problem. Gleyber Torres didn't want to move. In a recent interview on the Yes Network, Yankees GM Brian Cashman confirmed that when Chisholm came over, The plan was to make him the starting second baseman, with Torres shifting to third. But Torres wasn't having it. Despite the Yankees' intention, Torres made his preference clear to stay at second base. And, surprise, surprise, he got his way. In the end, it was Chisholm who found himself learning third base instead. Torres responds, and takes to social media. Now, fast forward to the present day. After the interview aired, Torres took to social media with a bit of a snarky response. He tweeted, "Still," followed by a sleeping emoji and a laughing emoji. Pretty clear he was not thrilled to still be the subject of this conversation. The rest of the post, which he later deleted, said simply, "Just turn," with an emoji of a page turning. Oof. It's clear Torres wants to move on from the drama surrounding his position change. He's made it known in the past that he prefers to play second. And after the season he had, one that saw him struggle with defense, especially at second base, it's understandable why he might be a bit sensitive about his role. A tough year for Torres defensively. Now, as much as Torres wants to put this behind him, the numbers don't exactly back him up. Last season, he led all second basemen with a career-high 18 errors. And advanced metrics didn't paint him in a flattering light. But hey, the guy can hit. His offensive game hasn't been the problem, it's just that the Yankees need him to clean things up defensively. It's an ongoing issue that hasn't gone unnoticed. On the flip side, Jazz Chisholm, who was willing to play anywhere, took to third base and showed some promise. Sure, there were some growing pains, but the metrics were more favorable. And now, with Torres out of the picture, it'll be Chisholm at second base for the Yankees moving forward. The Yankees' infield situation now. So, what does this all mean for the Yankees in 2025? Well, as it stands, they're looking at a bit of a mess at second base. DJ LeMahieu, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswald Peraza are the main in-house options. LeMahieu is making $30 million over the next 2 years, but his bat has significantly declined in recent seasons. Cabrera could be a solid utility guy, but he's not quite the long-term answer. And then there's Peraza, who has yet to show he can consistently hit major league pitching. Brian Cashman's been vocal about flexibility, but fans aren't exactly thrilled with the current options. There's talk of a platoon situation or possibly even going outside the organization if they don't find the right guy during spring training. But with spring camp starting soon, there aren't a lot of big names left in the market. It's getting tight, and the Yankees' plans seem a little up in the air. The bottom line, a story to watch. As for Torres, well, it looks like he's ready to turn the page, literally. He's out of New York. And with spring training fast approaching, the Yankees are looking ahead to a new chapter themselves. But with second base still an unsettled position, it's clear there's work to be done. Conclusion. So, what do you think, Yankees fans? Is this an infield in crisis? Or just another bump in the road as the team tries to get it together? And Gleyber Torres, will he find a home where he can thrive defensively? Or has his time with the Yankees already passed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more baseball drama, deep dives, and everything MLB, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more content coming your way as spring training gets underway. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on your channel name, where the real baseball stories unfold.